How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Set 6. And, I mean, today I was going to talk about the potential for a state of play at some point in the near future. You know, the possibility that we might get a state of play, and maybe that'll coincide with more Rebirth news and potentially the Rebirth demo. That's what I was gonna do. But then we got a state of play announced. So it kind of feels a bit pointless to do that video now. So let's do a video talking about the state of play that's been announced. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Make sure you hit like on the video, subscribe for future content, we're going to keep it going, we're in the final month now. We are in the final month. And I think we all know what that means, anything can happen in the final month, so make sure you're ready for all the news. But as far as the state of play goes, so if you're a regular on the channel, you've probably heard me say at least once, oh, it'd be pretty cool if they released the demo on the anniversary of Final Fantasy VII, wouldn't it? Which is the 31st, which is Wednesday. I've said this now for probably the last month and a half, 2 months, and as we got a bit closer, there was rumblings that there was going to be a state of play that started kicking about, and I was thinking, right, maybe it'll end up being the state of play instead, maybe like a week or two later. But the state of play got announced today, like I said, and it has been announced for the day of the anniversary of Final Fantasy VII, of the OG. And I mean, it just kind of feels like they'd be missing a trick if they didn't give us the demo on Wednesday. Like, it just feels like they'd be missing an opportunity to just give everyone a massive amount of happiness on the day of Final Fantasy VII's anniversary. It just makes complete sense. Now, going over the state of play as far as like what we're going to get and what we've had confirmed, it's going to be a 40-minute long broadcast, and it's going to feature guest appearances from some of the most talented minds in gaming. Among many other updates, will feature extended looks at Stellar Blade and Rise of the Ronin, fair enough, 2 great games coming to PS5 this year, and we'll give you a new look at other titles coming to PS5 and PSVR 2 in 2024 and beyond. And the headline on this page says, join us January 31st for 40 minutes, covering 15 plus games, including Stellar Blade and Rise of the Ronin. So it's not a small event, it's going to be about 40 minutes long, and there's 15 plus games in there. Rebirth is on the brink of coming out, so I would genuinely be amazed if we don't see Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. At the very least, if we don't get some sort of new trailer at the event, but like my gut feeling's telling me that we probably get the demo. It kind of lines up 2 of the things that I've been thinking, because initially, like I say, I was thinking 31st OG's anniversary, and then the last week or 2 I've kind of been thinking, maybe a state of play at some time in early February. Now we're getting both on the same day. So I suppose the question becomes then, if we do get the demo, what is the demo going to be? Is the demo going to be the same demo that was available to a lot of us to play previously, where you get the calm flashback section, where it's Cloud and Sephiroth pushing through Mount Nebel, and then you also get the area just outside of Junon's Undercity to kind of explore around? It could potentially be those 2 areas again, but apparently recently there have been a lot of events. I think it was only the America one where people got to play it, but apparently people got to play different content, a different demo. And it gives me the feeling, because I've predicted for quite a while, that we'll probably get the first 2 or 3 hours of the game, maybe, as a demo. You know, we'll probably get, like, the opening, and then the calm flashback. That'd be my guess. Give us the calm flashback, whet everybody's appetites. Maybe even stop at a point in the flashback, you know, before shit really goes down. Maybe it'll give us like most of the flashback and then it will stop, so that everyone's kind of ready to go in and see the resolution of what goes down in Nibelheim. That'd be the perfect demo for me, because I spoke earlier on last year when Forspoken came out, and it gave us a demo that was midway through the game. It didn't do the game any favours whatsoever. I get what the thinking was, showcase as much of the game and as many of the systems as we can, and at that kind of point in the game you've accessed all of the systems, but it didn't give you a tutorial for any of them, so you didn't really know what you were doing, and it kind of made it feel a bit disjointed. Now with FF7 Rebirth, even if they did those demos that we played back at like London Comic Con and stuff like that, I don't see it being an issue, because there's not a massive amount of additional systems. It's like the synergy systems and things like that, they're the additional thing. Everything else is pretty much the same as it was in Remake. Tighter, prettier, all that sort of business, but it's pretty much the same thing. So they could get away with doing the demo that we played, or maybe some other midpoint demo, but honestly, I think it should be the flashback. I personally think it should be the calm flashback, And then whether or not we get to finish the flashback in the demo, that could go either way. And then you come out of the flashback into whatever event seems to happen in Calm. Because based on what we've seen in the trailers, you see the party exiting through that tunnel that's kind of underneath Calm. So then there would still be something, like you come out of the Calm flashback and then something else happens. So there would still be like a big open if you'd already played the demo and you carry that over when you get to Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I don't know. I'm speculating, obviously. But, like I say, regardless of what the demo actually ends up being, whether it's later or earlier or the start or whatever, I would be shocked if we don't at the very least get a new trailer in this state of play. But honestly, it's got to be the demo. Come on, it's got to be the demo. It's got to be the demo. I know 16's demo came out a lot closer to 16's release. I think it was only about 2 weeks apart. But if you remember back to Final Fantasy VII Remake, FF7 Remake's demo came just over a month before FF7 Remake came out. Remake came out on the 10th of April 2020, and the demo came out on the 2nd of March 2020. So just over a month before. Like, come on, it's all shaping up, it's all adding up and coming together. I think this is it. I think this is it. Question is, what do you think? Do you think we're going to get the demo at the state of play? Do you think we're going to get a new trailer? Do you think we're going to get anything else? I would guess that if we do get like the demo and a new trailer, that's it. We probably don't get anything else except maybe one more trailer like on launch day, and that'll be it. And it won't, I don't think any kind of launch day trailer will give us anything new either. I don't know, it could go either way. I can't see him giving us something now, and then giving us something else mid-February, and then giving us something else at the end of February when the game comes out. So I think if we do get stuff now, that'll be it until release, but I feel like we've been fed quite well. I feel like we've done quite well out of this. You know, we might get a few more interviews. There are still interviews popping up. There was an interview done on the PlayStation website with Kitase and Nomura. I was also going to talk about that a little bit, but I've just been completely sidetracked now by this news of the state of play, because it feels like I was right, and I like being right. It was a pretty obvious one, to be fair. Do the demo on the anniversary, a month before the game comes out. It's pretty obvious. It was a free hit, if I'm being honest with you. And if they don't do the demo, I'll be amazed, but at least we'll know that it will be coming at some point in the next week or two after that. But I think we get a demo. Anyway, I've waffled. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you think we're going to get a demo at the state of play? Do you think we're even going to see Rebirth? There's no guarantee that we'll even see Rebirth at the state of play. So yeah, it'd be silly if not, but yeah, it's possible. Let me know in the comments below. Remember, hit the like button, subscribe for future content. We're in the final month. We are in the final month. But, more importantly than any of that, have a great day.